Good morning.
Good morning.
We are enjoying our breakfast after staying the night at the winery at Sunshine Ridge Farms in Gainesville, Virginia.
Yeah, and so this is a harvest host site. There'll be a video of the winery coming up soon. But what we wanted to do today is talk about the van, our thoughts and opinion about the van. We've had it for 15 months. We've driven 15,000 miles. We've gone throughout the Northeast with it. We live in Western Pennsylvania, and we've taken it up to Acadia National Park. We've taken it down to Tennessee. We've taken it all the way down to South Carolina. And so these are our thoughts. So what we have is the Coachman 2022C, which has the, as you can see, the couch in the back. It's built on the Ford 350 chassis. So first of all, my thoughts on the Ford chassis. When we bought the van, we kept going back and forth. Shall we get something on the ProMaster or on the Ford? And the reason we decided to go for the Ford, or even the Mercedes, is cost cheaper than the Mercedes, but also more reliable than the ProMaster. Also has a lot more power than the ProMaster. The engine in this is spectacular. We can go up the hills, you know, in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's like silk. There's no problem going up the hills, and that's something you really can't do with the ProMaster. Mileage-wise, depending on where you live, where you drive, you're going to get between 13 to 16 and a half miles per gallon. In Pennsylvania, driving up the Appalachians, you know, we live in the hills, we get just about 14 miles per gallon. But on our trip to Maine, where everything was flat there, we were getting 16 and a half, even driving 70 miles down the highway, 70 miles per hour down the highway. So overall, I have to say I'm very pleased with the chassis. I highly recommend it. Super comfortable to drive. It holds the road better than a Toyota Sequoia we used to have. Remember that? That used to be a big boat.
Oh, yeah.
So I enjoy driving the van, for sure.
I'm glad he enjoys driving it, because I really don't.
Yeah.
Unless it's nice and flat.
I drive and you navigate, so it works out really well.
I like to drive it on the flat roads, but not so much on the hills. But he does a great job. All right.
So features of the Beyond that we have. So we have the lithium package with the induction stovetop. I really like it. It works really well. I'm not worried about fires. There's no flames.
We made our coffee on it this morning by boiling our water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, we don't use a microwave. I kind of wish they wouldn't put a microwave in these things and put extra storage.
I think a lot of people like microwaves, though.
Yeah.
We use it to store my puzzles.
Yep. So it's more of a storage thing. So I wish it was an option, either making the storage versus the microwave. But this thing works great. It's very easy and doesn't use a lot of electricity. Speaking about the lithium package, so we also have the Pro Air Premier AC, which is, as you can see up there above, and we have a review of that in another video. This weekend it was 95 degrees, and the AC keeps us comfortable but not cold. You have to think ahead when you use this thing. It does not use a lot of power, which is really nice. So for example, we went out to eat at a restaurant yesterday for lunch. It was 95 degrees. We had this thing on while we went out to eat and did some walking and whatnot, and after 2 hours the battery went from 100% to 88%, and we came in the van. It was a comfortable 77 degrees where I had set it at. So it works in that way. But if you get in the van, it hasn't been on for a while, and you suddenly turn it on, it's not going to cool the van. So it works, but you have to think of ahead, turn it on ahead of time to allow the van to cool. But overall, it's not bad. But if I lived in Texas or Arizona, I would not recommend the Premier AC. I would go for the Truma. That it sounds like works really, really well for that.
What did you say? The True what?
Truma.
Truma. Okay.
Yeah. Cabinets. What do you think of the cabinets?
I think they're really, really nice. Like true.
They're made by Amish.
Yeah.
They fit really well. You know, they don't rattle. They close well. They're well made.
I think they're like truly.
They're like a kitchen cabinet.
Yeah, they're kitchen
Fit
cabinet.
finish of the cabinets.
I think they're actually true wood too, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not like.
So, you know, I think a complaint a lot of people have is about the radio here that takes a lot of space. I've heard people take it out. We haven't done that, but I've been thinking about doing that. But otherwise, storage-wise, you know, it's not bad. You can put a lot of stuff in there. I recommend these baskets. We got at Target. They've been...
Yeah, or you can get them at Walmart or
wherever.
Yeah. They've been a nice way to throw things in when you're in your bedroom, and then you just run them out to your van, and they stay in the little baskets.
And then...
these are nice too, storage-wise, I would do
yeah,
that.
so these are not standard. I forgot, we probably got those on Amazon, but they're really nice little storage.
I put my jewelry in there at night. Things like that you don't want to lose. Because, you know, there are nooks and crannies in these places. And
when we looked at the vans for Coachman, we went back and forth between the Nova. We did look at that one, and one of the reasons we decided not to choose the Nova, besides that it was on a ProMaster, was the refrigerator. There's not a lot of refrigerator space on the Nova, and this thing is great. So
yeah, and I remember us having that debate, didn't we, about the large refrigerator.
There's not much in there right now, but you know.
How did it do with my frozen water?
Yeah, it does great. So it keeps cool. I haven't had, we haven't had any problems keeping our stuff cold. What we like to do when we travel is we stop at a grocery store, pack it up, and then we're good to go for 2 or 3 days. And if your fridge is too small, you just can't have enough stuff in there. So fit and finish, overall I would say is quite good for the van. I will say that when we purchased the van, the door on the entryway did a lot of rattling, and I tried to fix it. The door's closed right now, but I'll open it.
Okay.
There was rattling there, so I thought that was poor for and finish in that sense. When we went to the factory before our 1-year warranty expired, they fixed it. Windows, we went back and forth, but we like the slide outs versus the windows that go up and down.
Yeah. And then when it's when it's real sunny out, this shades things a little bit. So it's like a nice little. You still can. It's light filtering, and then privacy wise, this is great because you can still see outside. But if you're sitting here reading a book, you can have some privacy if you're close to somebody else. Very, very, I wouldn't do anything differently with the windows. The only exception was I think it was one of them was hard to open at first.
It still is. That window, it just can't open it. And I've seen other posts on Facebook where other people have the issues. There must be some kind of defect with the window maker, I guess.
Yeah, someone said to try WD-40, but you said that never really worked,
it didn't
right?
work for us, no.
Okay.
Let's see. So, so the van has propane, which is usually just for heat. We've had this thing for 1.5 years now, and it's still at 49 or 50% capacity. The heat works really, really well in cold weather. It gets too hot actually in the van, so it's really nice. And otherwise, you use it just for maybe your grill if you want. But so if you have the induction cooktop, the only reason you use propane is for your heat and your gas grill. So it doesn't use a lot of propane, and it's going to last you forever. Have we had any problems with the van since we got it?
No.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
AC died after 1 year, almost to the day.
Oh, I don't
if you remember that. In August
we?
last year, we were driving. The kids were in the back, and they complained it was hot, and the thing suddenly died. Coachman replaced it under warranty. We've not had it 6-7 months. So far, it works, but I don't know if it's going to last. We'll see.
Yep, and you mentioned the kids riding in the back. That is why we chose this van. There are seat belts back here, I'm sitting in them, and three kids can
We
sit.
can put 3 kids in the back.
We've only had 2 so far. Our kids might be a little spoiled because they used to ride in a Sequoia, and they even complained about the space in that. But I think if you wanted to transport people, this is perfect. As long as you're not on the like windy roads,
yes.
right?
So imagine the back seat is like being the back of the school bus. You're going to feel the bumps up and down. So it's not that comfortable for people in the back, but it is usable, especially on the highway trips.
Yeah, and our daughter figured out a way to get more comfortable. She's turned this into like a little chaise lounge when she's back here. She sits in the corner and she declines the seat a little bit. That's the nice thing is when this chair turns into a bed, it has the ability to recline a little bit. And
yeah, so you can go down. So you can go at whatever, right? So you can just make it down a little bit.
Yep, and then
and she does that, and
she
she
gets all
reclines.
comfy and just sits here like a little queen.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That she is.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Actually, she's not a queen. She's a little sweet little princess.
But anyway, so yeah, so it's doable in the back. That's why we have it. We decided, well, one of the reasons we decided to do this model. And the seat belts are tucked in there right now. You can't see them, but they're down.
We put them in when we make up the bed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's talk about the bed.
Yes, let's talk about the bed. I think the bed, and I am a picky person. I need my sleep. I need a cozy bed. So I will say that putting the mattress topper on, while it's not the best mattress topper, it fits well into the van. He can roll it up, and
yeah. So I would say comfort-wise, you know, Coachman did a pretty good job with the bed.
So this is nice.
But we did decide to get a mattress topper. It really does feel more comfortable with it because you can feel the seams in between.
Yeah,
the bed.
you can.
You know, when the bed is all the way down, so it'll go all the way down, and of course we're going to have the 2 tables here to extend the bed, and these cushions over here will go over here, so you can feel the holes to some extent. So we have this mattress cover, which is I'll put the name of the company on in the comics. I don't remember offhand. It's not very thick. It doesn't take a lot of room. It's like a small backpack.
Yeah.
It really helps for comfort, so I do recommend some kind of topper. And you can throw it in the back when you travel, and it's pretty easy to do.
Your potatoes are smelling phenomenal.
Eggs, and that's going to be good.
I wish I liked potatoes. They always smell better than they taste. So yeah, back to the bed. I would say that, do I sleep as well in this bed as I do in my own bed at night? I mean, I think it just depends on the amount of exercise you get during the day. How exhausted are you? You know, other factors come into play. You can't always blame your bed. Sometimes you're just wired at night and you can't sleep. But I would say this one is much better than sleeping on the floor of a tent.
Oh yeah.
And not as nice as, you know, the hotel beds or your home bed.
Yeah,
so,
somewhere in between, but I mean
it's fine.
I love it.
We love having the windows open at night, and I think all that fresh air. You guys know, you're outdoor people too. You understand when you have the windows open.
And then we have the fan, right? The Maxxair fan, which works really well.
Yeah.
And it's so quiet, right?
It really is. I'm surprised.
Can you hear it?
No. Only if you put it on high speed.
Yeah.
But that's not usually necessary unless you're... Here, let's go.
Let's talk about the shower.
Turn it off. Shower. Take a quick peek outside. Isn't it a beautiful day? Okay. These people do, I think, weddings also because they have like a pretty little tent over there. Anyway, here's
you know, the shower, you know, it's tight, but I'm 5'11". And for me, it's no problem. I think, you know, maybe let's put another 2 inches. So I think if you're over 6 or 6'1", it's going to start getting tight. When you take a shower, you know, you have this little thing here that extends the shower a little bit, so you have a little bit more elbow room as you're in here.
Yeah.
And
keeps the water from...
It works fine. I still have sometimes issues getting hot water. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't, and I haven't really figured out what I'm doing wrong. But you know, I took one this morning and it was fine. Worked out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if you are not going for that many days, you know, just bring your baby wipes and do like a wipe down or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like that personally, but.
But there's lots of options.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say I don't love that these are not...
that you can see through a little
yeah, they're translucent. Is that the word for
Yeah.
it? I don't love that. I think there are options though. You've read about some options of what people are doing, right?
Yeah, and I get it because you want light in there because there's no window. So
True.
if there was a window, that'd be really nice.
True.
So people would put decals on there, and maybe we'll do that one day. It doesn't bother me that much. But,
I'm gonna take it, and you can talk about the front now.
We got the seats. So 2 seats. Obviously, they both turn around. You need to have this door open to turn it all the way around, but we've used it a few times. Generally, we don't use it that much because we just hang out in the back.
What don't we use much?
The seats to turn them around.
When Sophie's in the van with us,
Yeah.
and we have lunch, we turn it around, and
Otherwise,
that's
we just
nice.
hang
Yeah.
out. So anyway, so 15,000 miles, 15 months. Would you buy this van again?
I would, for this stage in our life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's this. I don't regret this purchase. I love the van. I love the lifestyle that we get out of it.
Yeah, I remember that you were adamant about this size van so that when we go into the little towns and the tight parking areas, and that has been the best thing about this van, is you being able to find parking spots wherever we go.
Yeah, I remember
Huge,
when we went to Nashville, we parked downtown in a regular parking spot. We had a van to use during the day to make coffee, cool off,
yeah,
make lunch,
cool. And I have to say that I thank Traveling Robert for teaching us, because whenever we watched his videos, we noticed how he had to always go drive to the campground, park his truck, and then, park his van, get it all set up, and then go somewhere.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that.
No.
We can go wherever we want.
It's set and go, right? Like these guys here who are RVing, Harvest Host, I mean, that's great. They got more room, but it's going to take them a little while to pack up and go. We're just going to turn the ignition on and drive away.
And it does depend on what your plans are. I mean, we talk about in the next 5 years, maybe if we start traveling less, right, we'll get a larger one, because we may just go an hour from home and it doesn't really matter. We want to live in a big camper for like a week or two. This is like a more on the go kind of thing, right? Like we never stay anywhere more than one night. We're always on the go. And so this is perfect for that. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, I could live full time in the van.
You could maybe. I don't know. I'd have to give it a shot. Maybe let me stop working for about 3 months and then I'll tell you if I can or not.
It'd be great to have all you to myself. I love it.
Have your what to yourself?
Have you to myself.
Oh.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. So, but yeah, so in summary, Coachman, I think, builds a good van. The quality overall is pretty good. I wish the warranty was a little bit longer. I mean, I guess all the quirks you're going to catch within the first year. And we certainly did. Nothing major except the AC that croaked, and I don't have much confidence about this lasting another year. So, but very easy to drive, very fun to drive. It's really fun to go visit all kinds of places where you can't go in a big rig. And overall, I'd say there's enough space for 2 people. It's certainly if you had a small pet, probably, but yeah. So let us know what you think about it, or what else. What van do you have, and what do you like or not like about it? And if you have questions, post them on the comment section, or if there's a video you would like us to do about something, let us know, and we'll try to accommodate. So happy travels.
Happy travels.
Have a great day. Thanks for watching.